Greetings, peace be with you. So, in this video, I want to share with you the truth, the cold, hard truth about NoFap. Okay, now I made so many videos about this in the past, but it seems to be the one that you are most interested in just based on the views, based on the comments. And it's important to address this because this is something that we continue to struggle with. So, what is the truth? Okay, the truth is that NoFap is just the first step in the journey. Okay, we are all on different journeys, but we are all going towards the same destination. That destination is self-actualization. What one can be, one must be, said Abraham Maslow. He created the hierarchy of needs, and the destination is to close the gap between who we are and who we are showing up as. And anytime there's that gap, as I've mentioned on this channel so many times, right? The only reason when we experience lower emotions like regret, disillusionment, anxiety, depression, why do we experience these emotions? It is because we are not living up to our values. It's because our behaviors and decisions don't align with our higher self. It's because mentally, physically, spiritually, we have been hijacked by an agenda that is specifically engineered to keep us weak. And a large piece of that agenda has come through the pornography industry. Okay, because when we let go of our life force energy is when we let go of our ability to create transformation, change, and improvement in our lives. Okay, the cold truth about NoFap is that it is the first step. Okay, when we talk about no PMO, that is really the only purpose of it. There's one purpose of it, that is to reboot your brain. Okay, because your brain, when it gets hijacked by pixels on a screen and it becomes to wire its neurons to get that dopamine spike from watching, spectating pixels on a screen, it just destroys your willpower first and foremost. Okay, because they've done studies on this, that your gray matter in the prefrontal cortex, right, your seat of your willpower decreases literally the more that you watch pixels on a screen. Okay, and your willpower is really the only thing that separates you from success, right? The ability to do what needs to get done regardless of how you feel is being hijacked by watching pixels on a screen. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing is about the area of our brain that is associated with forming deep social connections with someone. Okay, the nucleus accumbens. That is another area of the brain that gets hijacked by pixels on a screen. Okay, so the whole purpose of NoFap, which I've stated in a different video, is impossible. Okay, Alexander Rhodes, the guy who founded the NoFap movement, I believe had a very noble intention in founding this movement. Okay, no doubt about that. He woke up millions of us to the damaging effects that pornography has had on our brains, on our bodies, on us mentally, physically, spiritually, on every dimension. He definitely had noble intentions, I believe. But there's something known as the ironic process theory in psychology, right? The helicopter passing above. I don't know if you can hear that right now. But the ironic process theory is basically that of understanding that the more that we resist something, the more that it will persist. Okay, they did a study on this whereby they brought in a bunch of students and told them to think about a pink elephant. They told the other group not to think about a pink elephant, and they ran through a couple of iterations of that. And what they found is that when they were instructed not to think of the pink elephant, they thought about the pink elephant more than the students that were told to not think about it. And then when they were both told not to think about it, there was actually a relapse over there. So that is why when we go through the NoFap journey and the process, we see so many men relapsing. It's because they resisted, and eventually it's just too much pressure, and then it pops, and then they have like a crazy relapse going on over there. I've been through that so many times. So I've seen so many other men go through that, and I do not want that to happen to you as well. Okay, so what should you do? The cold truth is that this is just a start of a very different journey of growing into who you were meant to be. Okay, so first 90 days, resist it. Okay, do whatever you can. But it's like, yes, your brain has been wired that way, but do not make the decision to stop fapping because it's the bad thing and because you experience shame and guilt. Yeah, that's part of it, but let go of this habit because it is no longer an accurate representation of who you intend to be. Okay, it is no longer an accurate representation of your character, of your values, and what you stand for. And let that be the reason that you go on this journey to let go of this destructive habit rather than resisting it, rather than shaming yourself, rather than guilting yourself. Just realize that this is no longer an accurate representation of who you are. And that will make it so much easier for you to let go. Okay, and once you let go, that is when we get to the level of semen retention, whereby we can begin actually transmuting that energy towards creating a life that we love. But the first step, okay, is really to let go of this habit, to break this addiction, and realize that you are on the journey of self-improvement, of self-development, of self-actualization, and that this destructive pattern doesn't serve in that destination. Okay, keep that in mind. I hope that it empowers you. And if this is something that you are in the process of letting go of, then I want to invite you to get into the monk mode challenge. Okay, you can open up a new tab in your browser window, learn more about the monkmodechallenge.com. And this is a 30-day journey of self-illumination whereby we're coming together as a community to let go of destructive behavior patterns, to conquer procrastination, and finally get that next project out there, to get that laser clarity in terms of what it is that we truly want in our lives. Because so many times we think that we are lacking motivation, but what we are really lacking is clarity in terms of what it is that we actually want in our lives. And the Monk Mode Challenge is a 30-day roadmap to empower you with that clarity so that you can dictate your decisions that align with that vision as well, and not get caught up in these lower emotions that hold us back. Okay, so you can click the link below. They're going pretty ham in the floor right now. You can click the link below, okay, in the description. Go or open up a new tab and go to monkmodechallenge.com, or click the link in the comments. I will leave it out there as well, and get into this because October is the month that we're going to be going together. This is the October session. So we are now at the final quarter of 2020, and I really hope that you can create that momentum so that you can step into 2021 as the most empowered version of yourself rather than getting caught up in that same cycle again and again and again. Okay, and this 30-day journey of the Monk Mode Challenge is designed to empower you with that momentum. Okay, so you can open up a new tab, go to monkmodechallenge.com. This is how much I believe in it. This is how much I'm emphasizing it. You're like, yo, you're pretty salesy right now. Yes, I'm salesy because it's my duty and obligation to empower you with what I know will benefit you. Okay, because if you are already crushing your goals, then this is probably not for you. But if you know that you have room for improvement, if you know that getting around a community of like-minded men is something that will elevate your evolution, if you know that getting that coaching, accountability, and insight from me will help you as well, and this is something that I'm obligated to share with you and encourage you to get into, because I know that it will empower you to reach that next level of your evolution. And if for any reason whatsoever you believe that this is not the most productive 30 days of your life when you join the Monk Mode Challenge, then you can just simply send an email within those 30 days and get all your money back, no questions asked. Okay, that is how much I believe in this offer, and you literally have nothing to lose. You have everything to gain. So once again, join the Monk Mode Challenge. I would love to see you there and love to assist you and guide you and mentor you and coach you and support you on this journey towards becoming who you are meant to be. Okay, so with all that being said, I will leave you in the peace and power of the one infinite creator, and I will catch you in the next one. Much love to you. Take care.